Hey guys, welcome back to Indian Stock Traders, and in this video I'll be telling you guys about a intraday trading strategy. But before I start this video, more than 90% of you guys aren't subscribed to my channel. So guys, subscribe to my channel and now let's get to the video. Okay guys, so first I'll be showing you how you can take bullish trades using this strategy. So this strategy is a very strong and a very efficient strategy. I have back tested it multiple times, and even during this month and the previous month I have used this strategy and made a pretty good profit. Okay, so this strategy is very trusted and very powerful. So what we need and the two major indicators, as you can see, are the VWAP, okay, and the EMA, the volume weighted average price. I've made a video on this indicator, you guys can check it out, and the EMA, the exponential moving average. And the best time frame is the 5-minute time frame. So so let's start. Okay, so when the 9 EMA crosses the VWAP from below it, it indicates that the market is now going to take a bullish trend. It indicates that now the market is going to be in a bullish trend. So this is called the crossover. Okay, this, when the 9 EMA crosses above any other indicator, and in this case the VWAP, it is called the crossover. All right, and the point is called the buy signal, right, the buy point. So when this happens, all right, as we can see, the market, right, Reliance then took a bullish trend as soon as it crossed over. All right, it took support from the VWAP, and then since it stayed in a bullish trend, as we can see, all the way from here to here. So how can we catch this bullish trend, and what will be our entry point in this strategy? So the entry point will be at least 2 to 3 5-minute candlesticks after the crossover. Right after the crossover, sometimes what happens is it suddenly takes a reversal and breaks the VWAP and breaks the 9 EMA, and then takes a bearish trend, hits your stop loss, and if you don't have a stop loss, then yeah, all right, and we don't want that to happen. So we will wait for at least 2 to 3 5-minute candlesticks to take support from the 9 EMA. All right, taking support from the 9 EMA. So as we can see, right, it crossed over here, and the stock was then taking support from the 9 EMA. All right, these three candlesticks which I told you guys about formed above the 9 EMA. All right, taking support from the 9 EMA. So that indicates that the market, okay, is going to be in a bullish trend. Now the market is going to be in a bullish trend, so we have to wait for at least 2 to 3 5-minute candles to form. All right, so we get a confirmation. So now what will be our target price and stop loss in this strategy? So let's assume we entered somewhere here. All right, let's assume we entered here. So a target price, all right, it completely depends on how good of a trader you are, depends on the day, and depends on multiple different factors. All right, so stop loss, the target price is something which I'll be keeping up to you guys to decide. But the stop loss, according to my experience, okay, the best place to keep your stop loss is at least 0.25% to 0.30% below the VWAP. All right, 0.25 to 0.30% below the VWAP. So as we can see here, it is around 0.28, yeah, 2.27% below the VWAP. So because what happens sometimes is, all right, the stock breaks the VWAP, all right, and suddenly takes a reversal and gives a bullish trend. All right, gives a sudden bullish trend. So every trader hates when that happens. All right, your stop loss is, if your stop loss is very close to the VWAP, it will hit it and it will give a bullish trend, and trust me, everybody hates that. No matter how good, no matter how bad you are. All right, everybody hates that. So to avoid that from happening, we keep a what have noticed is, if the bearish trend is a very big bearish trend and it is a confirmed bearish trend, it will at least come down 0.30%. all right, below 0.30%. If it falls below 0.30%, then it is a very big bearish trend. Okay, but sometimes, all right, between this range, all right, it can take a reversal anytime and give your target. Okay, it can take a reversal anytime and give your target. The best stop loss for this strategy is at least 0.25 to 0.30% below the VWAP. Okay, so this was it on how you can take a bullish trade using the 9 and the VWAP crossover strategy. Very, very strong and a very trusted strategy, especially the VWAP indicator. Very, very good indicator. It acts as a very strong support and resistance, as you can see here also. Okay, look at this, a very high wick rejection. All right, from, okay, it took a reversal from the VWAP once, twice, thrice, four, five. It wasn't able to break above the VWAP. So the VWAP acts as a very strong support, right? Support. It's taking support from this point and a resistance to the stocks. So very trusted strategy. So now let's get to how you can short sell using the same strategy. Let's get to that now. Okay guys, so now I'll show you how you can short sell using the 9 and the VWAP crossover strategy. So as I said, all right, and I'm pretty sure you guys remember when the VWAP crosses when the 9 EMA crosses the VWAP from above it, all right, from above it, like over here, it indicates that the market is now going to take a bearish trend. But as we see right here, the 9 EMA cross the 9 EMA cross the VWAP from below it, indicating that the market is now going to take a bullish trend, right? As I said in the first part of this video, the 9-day EMA crossed the VWAP from below it, indicating that the market is going to take a bullish trend, but it did not. All right, the people who would have entered somewhere here probably would have lost their money if they haven't listened to me properly, because as I said, we have to wait for at least 2 to 3 candlesticks, okay, to take support from the 9 EMA, and that has not happened here. All right, and that has not happened here. So this was our, okay, this is where the all right, this is where the, on this candlestick we got our crossover, and we had to wait for at least 2 to 3 candlesticks to take support. All right, to take support from our 9 moving average, and that is not what is happening here. As we can see, the stock is slowly breaking the 9 moving average. Okay, it is forming dojis, and it is slowly, starting to break the 9 EMA. So this, guys, this is not going to be a good bullish entry. Okay, we have to wait for at least 2 to 3 candles, as I said. Okay, so now let's talk about the short selling trade. So as we can see here, we've got our confirmation, all right, that the market is now going to take a bullish trend, a bearish trend in the market. And now the second thing what we have to do is wait for at least 2 to 3 5-minute bearish candles to form. Okay, at least 2 to 3. And if the trend is very strong, a very bearish trend, as we can see here, 2 candles are more than enough. So if we see here, we've got our confirmation at exactly this point, and if we wait for this candle, okay, it is very below the 9 EMA, taking resistance from the 9 EMA. Right, when we are shorting, it has to take resistance from the 9 EMA. Okay, so as we can see here, it is taking resistance from the 9 EMA, a very strong resistance. Same over here. All right, so this is when we will short the stock, okay, because it is a very strong bearish trend, and the market is indicating that the trend is going to be very strong, right, because it's not even touching the 9 EMA. So this is where we enter, okay, as our short position. So now let's assume somewhere here. Okay, that's this. So right, again, as I said, target is something which completely depends on you as a trader. Target is not what I'm going to be telling you in this strategy. It's the stop loss. So I have entered somewhere here. Okay, I have entered somewhere here, and as I've told you, the stop loss is supposed to be at least 0.20 to 0.30% above, 0.25 to 0.30% above the VWAP, right? 0.20, 0.30% above the VWAP. But as we can see here, if we don't have to really put the stop loss so high, because that minimizes our risk to reward. Okay, that was a completely different trading setup which I showed you in the first half of the video. So if the trading setup is like that, which I showed you in the first half, then we're supposed to follow the 0.30 to 0.25 strategy. All right, the stop loss placement. But in this case, we just have to place it, somewhere above at least 0.10 to or the nearest resistance point. All right, a little above the nearest resistance point, a very strong resistance, which we find. Okay, so over here we can see that the stock is taking resistance, so that is why I will place my stop loss here. Okay, above the VWAP. Okay, remember, it has to be above the VWAP. Okay, it has to be above the VWAP, nearest to the strongest resistance zone, which is in this zone right here. So this is where I decide, a little above this is where I will decide to place my stop loss. Okay, so guys, this is how you can short sell using the 9 and the VWAP strategy, the 9 EMA and the VWAP strategy. A very strong, a very trusted trading system, a very trusted trading setup. So guys, this was it for this video. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day. Hey guys, so that was it for this video. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.